Hi, it's Krista with Flourish Yoga, and here is one of my top picks. If you could do only one yoga pose in the morning, this would got two. So this is one of my top two, and it's tree pose. It's really simple. You can, in fact, do it while you are brushing your teeth. In fact, one of the courses that I teach is one of our habit change programs. One of the ladies in the course would do it while she's waiting for the kettle to boil in the morning to make her hot water. It's another one of your healthy daily habits. So starting with tree pose. So let's go back to the beginning. So toes spread nice and wide. Press down through your feet. Like feel that nice firm foundation. It's probably easier if your feet aren't totally together because then our balance is off. So just find that spot where they're just a little ways apart. Then you're going to lift one foot up, take it out to the side. And then find where your balance is today. And it shifts from day to day. So depending on whether you're stuffed up in the head, or you've got lots of stuff going on, or there's just lots of things happening around you, it doesn't have to be in a quiet room. So tree pose, so toe, just rotating the leg out to the side, and then finding your balance. So toe on the ground, foot below the knee, or foot above the knee. So don't press on the knee joint because yoga, as anything else, you can get repetitive strain injuries. And so pressing on the knee, it's just pushing the knee in a direction that's not supposed to go. So finding that position that feels comfortable and balanced for you. And once you have it there, now there's a tendency that as we're pressing on this leg, it's going to push our hip out to the side. So you just bring the hip back into alignment. Now this is the beauty of the pose. We're really working on our stabilizer muscles as we're in here. The other beauty of this pose is that you're getting a little bit of a hip opening action. So our hips tend to get really tight from sitting, right? So sitting and walking and running and biking and all these great driving, all these great things that we do, but it makes our hip muscles get really tight in there. So getting a little bit of opening here. I like to take my hands to my belly just to first find my grounding and my focus. You can bring your hands to your heart, set that intention of love and kindness. And then if your balance is good, taking your arms all the way up overhead. Good. In some forms of yoga, even like to join the hands, but only go so far as your shoulders feel like they're not lifting up. So once your arms are overhead, can you relax the shoulders down and lift up through the fingertips? Good. And then with yoga, everything is about balance. So you can hold it on one side, and then you'll do the other side. So spread your toes wide as you place it down. Take one foot up, out to the side. And again, this side might be different. So even though we're going to hold tree pose the same on both sides, you may not have your foot the same place. So if you can take a little bit more balance, maybe you've got something happening on one side of the body and not the other, that's totally fine to just exercise the other side as you are able. So again, you're going to take that hip, draw it back in towards the midline, so you're engaging all those stabilizer muscles. Hands to the belly, hands to the heart. And you can take your arms all the way up overhead, and then relaxing the shoulders down and lifting up through the fingertips. So if balance is a challenge, one of the easiest things to do is just stare at a spot on the floor, just a few feet in front of you. Kind of helps to ground your balance. The next stage of that is just to stare at something that's not moving straight ahead of you. If you want to challenge your balance further, you can look up towards the ceiling. If balance is really tricky, you can always do this pose at a wall. So either fingertips to the wall as you do the pose. And you can bring your hand to your heart, out to the side even, or all the way up. Or it's also nice to do this pose with your back right up against the wall. So finding that spot, and now you get to figure out where you are aligned, I guess, where you're straight. Because often we're, hunched forward in our day, and now when you have that feedback of your heels, perhaps your calves, your hips, and then the back of your head up at the wall, you get that feedback of what is straight. And you can take your shoulders back there, it feels super good. And then taking your foot out to the side to find your tree. Good, and again, so here you want to keep your hips evenly grounded and taking your knee out. Good, so that's just a quick little demo. I'm going to do the other side here quick, just to find my balance. Quick little demo on tree pose and how you can work this into your morning. So maybe you get out of bed and you just do one thing, and it's super easy to do tree. Maybe you do this while you're brushing your teeth. It's nice to do it as a simple thing, as a single thing, so that you're using that sense of mindfulness of just doing one thing at a time. But if you're pressed for time and you just have to get that one yoga pose in at some point during the day, you can always do your tree pose. I find I'm doing this at my desk. I have a standing desk, and quite often I'm standing there working away in tree pose, right? So just making sure that you're taking equal time on equal sides. All right, enjoy your tree pose. Namaste.